Hello. It's time for another fire alarm tour of Rutgers Residence Hall. This here is where I'm just about, school year's over now, I'm just about to move out of Quad 3 Residence Hall on the Livingston campus of Rutgers, where I've been this year, which has been my second year. Last year I was in Mattia, and I had a fire alarm tour of that as well, if you can see on my channel. So, anyway, so Quad 3, so this is it basically is a complex. It's got 10 individual units, each with about 50 students. And so there are 10 of them, so a total of 500 students live there. And they're all linked together by underground tunnels, and they share a lot of facilities underground. So this is Quad 3. There's also Quad 1 and 2, which are separate from this, but they're very similar in design with underground tunnels. These are all traditional dorm rooms, mostly doubles, a few singles. It's largely freshmen, but like me, there are a few upperclassmen. Each of these units is a house, and these numbers are all in the 30s. So, okay, so now let's get down to the fire alarm. So, as with most buildings at Rutgers, it's simplex, and, simplex, and in this case, True Alert, which you can see up here. This is the outdoor horn strobe. They don't say the candela measures like they did in Mattia. But it's a very complicated system because with, basically it's all one system, these throughout the entire quad. And so there are so many units, because so many smoke detectors, and there's one in each bedroom plus many more in the hallways. And also throughout this building there are plenty of magnetic fire doors. Like almost every stairway entry has them, and there are also a lot in the underground tunnels, which I'll show you. So I'm not going to show you the whole system. I mean, it is, there isn't that, much variety to the stuff. It's not like where the devices are labeled like they were in Mattia. But I'll show you some stuff. And I will say, this year we have had a lot of false alarms. Last year in Mattia, the only time the alarms went off were for the drills. So this time we have had a lot of false alarms. I know why some of them went off. I don't think any of them were pranks. I think they were all involuntary. Excuse me, I'm a little under the weather. I think they were all involuntary, like sometimes because of people smoking, which by itself is not allowed, or once when someone was taking a hot shower, some steam set off a smoke detector, and we all had to evacuate at 1 in the morning. At least I'm someone, we all know, never assume it's a false alarm, something that the fire marshals have always lectured us about on the drills. During the drills, they, everyone, basically, since the alarms go off everywhere in the quad, we all congregate on this area here, and we sign the clipboards. Yeah. So, of course, the issue is, this is such an intricate system, if, there's just one, person smoking in one of the rooms, they have to evacuate the whole building. I don't know why it all has to be the same system, because, there are a few separate buildings. It's not all linked together, and, there are the underground tunnels which go among them, but those, each section is separated by fire doors. So, alright, so now let's go inside. And so this structure here, it's a little staircase. It looks kind of like a subway head house. Not many people use it because it only goes down to the underground tunnels. Hookah night. Yeah, many people smoke. Alright, so there are 2 pull stations in this area. They're really close to each other. I don't know why they're both necessary. but I'd assume that either one of these is what they normally use for the drills, given, just the most convenient. And so one of the interesting things about this building is that a lot of the fire alarm conduits are visible. So you see, like, there's one, and there's a security camera. There's a smoke detector, and also many of the sprinkler pipes are visible. This red thing here. So now, let's go downstairs. Another smoke detector. They all look like that. Horn strobe, simplex true alert. They're pretty loud. It's even worse, given that the bedroom smoke detectors go off in addition to them. There's a junction box in there that I'm not sure what's up above, but most of the junction boxes for the system are labeled FA for fire alarm. And here we have some fire doors, and here there's a chain that links it to the magnet. Vending machines for this building. In here there's this is the main lounge for the entire quad. Each house has its own little lounge, but there isn't really much to see in there, but there are a few. If you can see in the distance on that wall, there's a horn strobe. Now if we go over here, this is the basement entrance. As long as you're a member of Quad 3, you can swipe in anywhere in complex. This loading bay. And, here's another magnetic door. Pretty much all the doors, except for the individual bedroom doors, are magnetic. You can see a lot of wiring, that magnet and the horn strobe, and there are a bunch of junction boxes. And these here, that's a simplex, must be probably were old panels of some sort. These are remnants of them. Now the current panel is here. It's a large, so you get the reflection. But it's a Simplex 4100 ES. And you can see the alphanumeric display. System is normal. And FACP units 38, I'm guessing it refers to house 38, which is the one here. It's a bit more sophisticated than the one you saw in Mattia, but same basic design. So it's hooked up to this power box here by Altronics, and so these apparently power the door holders in house 38. I don't know what powers the door holders for the other buildings. The magnets often stop working. Like, I don't know if the battery gets low or, but sometimes they, shut. You see all sorts of pipes. Horn strobe. There are a few, almost all the pull stations in this complex are identical. A few of them have this little thing that you push to guard the handle. So somewhat double action. And as you can see, they all have the modern Simplex logo with the lowercase lettering. There's a magnet that's floor mounted. I'll separate the door. A little hard to do when you have the camera in one hand, but there, I stuck it back together. You can see the conduit that when it's closed, you better not trip on it. This is house 37. There are 2 entrances to each house. More junction boxes. Now we'll go into house 36. Couple of things. There's one thing I thought you should see. Yeah. We're in house 36 now. And this actually may have been in a different one. This is the house lounge, number 36. There's a bell that I don't think it's functional anymore. Horn strobe and smoke detector, they're pretty much all the same in this building. And oh, what happened here to the door holder? Completely broke. See the screws in the back of it. That's the area that hooks on. So yeah, there isn't too much to see here underground. I just thought we might go by the laundry room. Just, you know, just for some memories. A lot of twists and turns in this underground passage. It's very complicated. All sorts of little corners of this building. This is just an ordinary pole station like almost all the ones in the complex are. Been here a year and I haven't explored this whole thing. Oh, and here's a magnet that also looks broken, a floor-mounted one. You know what, there's another laundry room on the other side of the building. Maybe I could show you that. So this isn't just a fire alarm tour, I'm also just, you know, showing you around the building. Also for my personal memories. I apologize if it may seem a little wobbly, the camera. I think that bell is in number 37. Why is that outlet so high? There's a smoke detector, but you don't see any conduit connected to it. Oh, seeing a lot of the plumbing pipes. And this one here is a fire suppression. In addition to that red one, the white one next to it is also suppression. There's some junction box. I'm not sure if you can make out, there's a little text stamped into it. These horn strobes, by the way, do code 3. In Mattia, they did Fast March. I think partly why they're so loud, and especially in addition to the smoke detectors going off, is partly an incentive so that you don't, you know, just stay in the building assuming it's a false alarm. It gets you out of there, 'cause it's quite a relief when you get out away from the noise. Here it is. Here's the bell. It's behind this cage. Yes, anti-vandalism or something, but I'm not sure you can see. It's also simplex. I do not believe it still functions, because, I mean, I haven't heard it. I mean, it may have been, you know, very quiet, like under like whenever the alarm's gone off. I think it, I'm not sure if there are any other ones in Quad 3, but yeah, it's a red bell. I don't think the current system with the True Alerts is all that old. I know it was here for at least 2 years, but probably not before that. In fact, online, the Rutgers Fire Department website says that in Quad 3, the alarm is a bell, so clearly they haven't updated it, but I guess it wasn't too long ago that they used bells for alarms. Right. Don't have much space left on my camera. Interesting type of holder. So as you can see, there are a lot of magnetic doors in this hallway. Basically each side of every staircase. I can't think of any other building that has pull stations more frequently located. Or single action. Not sure if these are also new. I mean, the horn strobes clearly aren't all that old, but and there's somewhere along here, there are the labels on the pipes. Just show you the laundry room. Nine washers and 8 dryers. There are all the vents. And there's a machine where you swipe your card to pay for the machines. And of course there's a fire extinguisher in case of a dryer fire. Hopefully that'll never happen. And there's actually, I think that's a heat detector. Not too many of those in this building, and a horn strobe. So, oh, I don't think this door has a magnetic holder. It should, because I was saying, oh, if there's a dryer fire. No. The trash can just props open this door. Alright, so just to wrap up, I'll go up by my room, which is a mess, because I'm getting ready to leave tomorrow. Oh, just take a peek into the study lounge. One place in the complex that's air-conditioned. These buildings, by the way, I believe are from the 60s, so, you know, it makes sense. The bell alarm system that was replaced. Oh, this door is locked, so it doesn't have a magnet. I think there's like the administrative suites or something behind there. There's the lobby area for House 39 where I've been. Magnet. That's the house lounge. People are in it. I'll go up. This door, the magnet's there, but this piece on it had been missing for a while. They put on a new one, but still the door often gets stuck if you try to hook it up to the magnet, so hasn't really worked. And smoke detector hooked up. This one occasionally has also sickness. As you can see, it's not completely aligned, but if I ever needed to use a pull station for my room, this would be the one. And there are 2 horn strobes on this hallway. Explains why it's so loud, especially with these cinder blocks. There's a strobe in the bathroom. Basically, throughout the quads, each little hallway has like 5 rooms and 1 bathroom, all the same sex. This is my room, number 3922. So just the last thing before I go, that on the left, that's a Wi-Fi receptor. But right by that is a smoke detector. And I've been running out of time, I gotta go. There's the